Okay. Sorry, phone. Apparently I talked for too long. So we are at A, round off to the nearest 100. Okay. We are doing exactly what we did at the top when we rounded off to the nearest 10, except this time, even though they underlined the tens, do not round off to the nearest 10. Read the instructions, nearest 100. Grade 2, I do not want these ones rounded off to the nearest 10. I want them to the nearest 100. So what I would advise, what I would suggest is for you to put all of these numbers into their houses before you start. Put all of these numbers into their houses before you start. And also remember, your answers for all of these must end in 2 zeros. It is possible that there might be 1 or 2 with 3 zeros. The same here at the top. It is possible that there's one of them over here at the top that had 2 zeros at the back. These all have to end in 2 zeros at the end. Do not carry the back numbers with. And then also there's one that I can see here at the bottom that is going to have 3 zeros at the end. Okay, so number 1, we are rounding off to the nearest 100. So number 1, 158 rounded off to the nearest 100 is number 2, 761 rounded off to the nearest 100 is number 3, 994 rounded off to the nearest 100 is number 4, 948 rounded off to the nearest 100 is, did I say 84? 948. I don't know what I just said. Number 5, 547 rounded off to the nearest 100 is number 6, 806 rounded off to the nearest 100 is number 7, 516 rounded off to the nearest 100 is number 8, 791 rounded off to the nearest 100 is number 9, 701 rounded off to the nearest 100 is number 10, 269 rounded off to the nearest 100 is number 11, 175 rounded off to the nearest 100 is number 12, 821 rounded off to the nearest 100 is number 13, 372 rounded off to the nearest 100 is number 14, 939 rounded off to the nearest 100 is and then number 15, 136 rounded off to the nearest 100 is what? If all of your answers at the bottom do not have 2 zeros behind them, you did it wrong. There's one of these numbers here at the bottom that has 3 zeros. If all of your numbers at the top do not have 1 zero behind them, end in 1 0, then you did it wrong. There's one of these numbers that have 2 zeros at the back. Okay? Good. You are finished with your maths quiz. We can move on to our comprehension.